Okay, I admit it. I am absolutely fascinated by stories about near-death experiences, and not too long ago, I stumbled across one that was told by actress Jane Seymour. According to her, the experience changed her life. That seems to be something that almost everyone who has gone through something like this says. It changes them forever in so many different ways. More on Jane's experience in just a moment, but first let me introduce myself. Hi folks, my name is Dave Sundstrom, and I like to think of myself as something of a pop culture historian, especially when it comes to music, movies, and television. Simply put, I love talking about this stuff. So with that said, let's get rolling. So before we get to Jane's near-death experience and her encounter with a white light and what happened after that, let me just share a bit about her as an actress. While many folks remember Jane as a Bond girl in Live and Let Die, I first really noticed her in Battlestar Galactica, where she played a character named Serena. After that, she showed up in one of my all-time favorite films, Somewhere in Time. I've published another video about that movie, so if you stick around until the end of this video, I'll post a link for you to watch that one. And then there was the ABC miniseries East of Eden. Oh my goodness, the ad for that miniseries was absolutely spectacular. And you know what? Jane had everything to do with that. Of course, many avid TV viewers remember her best as the star of Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman, which was a hugely successful frontier drama that ran for 6 seasons on CBS during the 90s. And to this day, Jane continues to find work. I thought she was hilarious in the sweet-natured Adam Sandler comedy Sandy Wexler, which is still airing exclusively on Netflix here in the United States. Alright, enough of that. Let's get going on the reason for this video, Jane's near-death experience. It's a story that I first remember hearing about in our local newspaper, the Deseret News. And like I said, Jane claims that the experience changed her life forever. Now this near-death experience took place in 1988 while she was filming the movie Onassis, the Richest Man in the World. It was a television movie that Jane would win an Emmy Award for her portrayal of Maria Callas. During the filming, Jane contracted bronchitis, and while a nurse was administering an antibiotic, things turned for the worse when that injection missed the muscle and went straight into a vein instead. What happened next was that Jane went into anaphylactic shock. Here's how Jane described the experience. After the injection, I could feel my throat close, my heart beating too fast. It was like a loud noise in my chest, and then suddenly, silence, complete peace. Peace like I'd never experienced except when I tried to do meditation. And then I saw this white light, and I looked down and saw this body, and it looked like me, and I've seen myself in movies, and I know what I look like, and it's like you're floating around the room, and I could see the syringe with blood in it. And then I remember looking back up at that white light. Jane remembers pleading, begging for an opportunity to return because she had kids that she wanted to finish raising. She promised that she would treat each moment as a precious gift and that she wouldn't waste time. She would make a difference. While all that was going on, Jane had been injected with a life-saving dose of cortisone and adrenaline, which brought her back from the dead. After her near-death experience, Jane kept her promise to not only care for her children, but others as well. She did this by launching her Open Hearts Foundation, which is dedicated to serving others and empowering people to turn adversity into opportunity. She has been quoted as saying this, "I realized you only take 2 things with you when you die. That is the love you share in your life, and the other is the difference that you've made." It was an incredible awakening for me. You know, after all these years, this lady is still a beauty, inside and out. Remember that Somewhere in Time video that I mentioned earlier? Well, here it is. Go ahead and click on it. I'm pretty much done here. Thank you so much for watching.